There had been in Dungannon a housing action thing. Dr. McCluskey and Ms. McCluskey had started the whole housing protest thing in Dungannon, and that was an ongoing thing. And then they went on from that to form the Campaign for Social Justice. That was all going on in the background. So these issues were being pushed to the surface, you know.
Exactly. And I mean, and I would like to pay tribute to the McCluskeys, I mean, without that meticulous research and documenting and looking at, particularly about housing, looking at all those issues, they provided the evidence for the campaign in many ways.
I, along with two others, Patsy Gildernew and Joe Campbell, that we broke into the house, breaking the window with a poker, and took residence in the house until the police arrived, when the sergeant in Caledon said, well, this is a civil matter. And then eventually the council arrived, and the brother of the sitting tenant, who actually was a serving member of the RUC, then broke down the door and forced us out of the house into the lenses of the television, which is exactly what I wanted.
Well, that made a huge impact because it was the first time the cameras and the media took an interest. And it's very interesting, the role of the media in the civil rights movement, because no matter how much we had talked about it, and we had everything, we had the case built up, we had shown up that the British government weren't interested, but the British government were still washing their hands of it. But what was very interesting was that because Austin Currie was involved in the squatting in Caledon, and because he got the media to be there, that actually made the difference because it exposed it to outside.
All the other messages they've done before, all the working with letters, the protests, the meetings with Westminster, the meetings in Stormont, they'd done it gained nothing. So this was just a new tactic. You knew that it had to be changed from outside, and to get it changed outside, you had to turn the publicity towards Westminster primarily, because Westminster had full responsibility, but it ducked the issue from the start, set up the state.
I think Northern Ireland seen the rest of the world doing these things, particularly probably America and Martin Luther King, I would say, for certain, for the like of Austin Currie and others like that. And they were saying, what can they do here for what they would see as civil rights? My view of it would have been, yes, there were certain discriminations, but they were discriminations against Protestants. It wasn't a nationalist Roman Catholic thing. And I think that's where it became skewed.